StreamLabs versus StreamElements. Which one is the best for you? Coming up. Hello, my name is Nyxson. I'm a full-time online streamer on Twitch, and you can find my channels right somewhere right here. I stream practically every day, at least 3 or 4 times a week. You can check me out there for regular streams. So StreamLabs versus StreamElements. I've heard this question quite often, and it has been ongoing debate and ongoing fight between these two platforms in order to take the control over streams, basically, or streamers' streams. So what are they? So StreamLabs and StreamElements both are complex services made for the streamers. Basically, what they provide as a basic value is widgets for the streams. It's alerts, it can be jar, it can be donation, etc., etc. It can be a lot of very complex systems. But in the years since they became available for the public, they have been developed into something really powerful, providing such things as a websites and bots, etc., etc. So they're very complex services, which are basically both are really great, but they have some key differences that needs to be looked at. Okay, let's start with the StreamLabs, probably the oldest one of those and probably one of the most popular of these services. It has exactly all the features that StreamElements has. It's creation of the widgets, creation of the alerts, donations, even bot, which recently has become offline, which is amazing thing, which was probably one of the biggest downfalls of the StreamLabs, because they didn't have an offline bot, meaning that you had to download the bot on your computer and run it locally, which was awful and which was not working at all. Like practically most of the time it didn't work. It had to wait for 15 to 20 minutes even to start running, while your stream has been running for 15 to 20 minutes, and it was like very janky and very buggy, etc., etc. Overall, it worked pretty bad. But now it became all offline, and meaning that it runs on the computer. Offline meaning that you don't have to run it on your computer, and it just became pretty good because it has pretty extensive features, including a loyalty system, including a merge system, mini games, which is amazing, probably one of the best mini games on the market, and it has been overall really good. One of the other very distinctive feature of the StreamLabs is its integration with different platforms. I mainly use this for YouTube and Twitch, and they both work pretty good. And probably the StreamLabs has the best bot on the YouTube available. The biggest distinctive feature of the StreamLabs is, of course, its website, because it allows you to create a very extensive website for yourself and just to use it however you want for your own stream. Mind that it is a paid feature, and here where StreamLabs is a bit of a janky, service. In the recent months, StreamLabs have become very reliant on the paid subscriptions like StreamLabs Prime, that allows you to have an access to a lot of features, including the side website and including the very important features of StreamLabs OBS, which is a separate software that StreamLabs has, which is another powerful feature. But I'm not talking about OBS here, because we are talking about StreamLabs overall. I think StreamLabs is a very powerful thing, very powerful service, but there is one thing as well that it lacks, that made for me forced me probably to go away from the StreamLabs. Well, you see, when you're installing widgets from StreamLabs, you have to download all the widgets separately, meaning that you have to install all the widgets separately in your OBS, and in many cases it creates a mess inside your OBS studio or any other OBS or any other software that you use. Alerts require separate widgets, jar requires separate widgets, chat requires separate widget, follower goal, recent followers, donations, all of those practically require separate widgets, and it is a mess inside of OBS. You have to run quite a few of the browser sources and then copy them into different scenes, and it basically slows down your OBS quite a bit, because it's quite a lot of services to run at the same time on your computer. Overall, StreamLabs OBS is extremely good service, but with some downfalls. Now let's talk about StreamElements, which mind that it's personal choice of mine. I was the user of StreamLabs and decided to switch to StreamElements because of one very important feature. Overall, StreamElements has practically the same features as the StreamLabs, except the website. It doesn't have a website. It allows you to have a donation page and gives you something reminiscent of the website, but not as extensive as the StreamLabs. But which is more important, on StreamLabs, this feature is absolutely free. Plus, StreamElements has pretty powerful bot as well, which works for me 100% of the time. As a StreamLabs, StreamElements has their own merch store as well. So if you're a pretty big streamer and you want to sell your merch, you have this feature available on StreamElements as well. For me, I don't have merch yet, so for me it's not an important feature, but in the future it's a very important feature to look into. Now for the really powerful side of the StreamElements, and it is its overlay editor. So the StreamLabs, you basically download a different widgets and install them separately, one by one into your sources, into your scenes as a sources. And it is, as I said, pretty janky and pretty stressing for a computer. In StreamElements, you have a completely different story. What you do with the StreamElements is you basically build your overlay up inside the StreamElements website, or if you have an OBS Live installed on your OBS Studio, which is OBS Live is a plugin for OBS Studio, not a separate software. It allows you to build your overlays right inside the OBS Studio. What do I mean by overlays? When you see it on the streamers, you will see a different kind of overlays, like I have it on my own streams. And all of those things, like all of the separate things, including the borders, including alerts, including top subscribers to followers, etc., everything is through only a single browser source. Everything that does not require for you to run on your computer locally, everything that is browser source through StreamElements can be done through only one single source, which is basically huge. What you do is you're streaming a website running on StreamElements only through one source, but decreasing the stress on your computer significantly, because your computer don't have to constantly monitor few, or in some cases even a dozen browser sources in order to get whatever you want on the screen. It requires to control only one browser source and decreases the stress and load on your computer pretty significantly. And if you don't have an extremely powerful rig, which I don't have as well, this is the huge thing for you. Plus, in addition to all that, if you have an OBS Live, which is absolutely free plugin, you can start editing your overlays right inside OBS, which is extremely powerful thing. And that feature was probably the biggest, not only, but biggest reason why I chose StreamElements instead of StreamLabs. Yes, StreamLabs has far more features that is really good for the streamer, but as for the streamer, I think the basis of all these services, which is providing a good widgets, that was a deciding factor for me. StreamElements widgets are way better than StreamLabs because it is way lighter and allows you to have far more customization than you can do with StreamLabs. This basis, the main thing that these services are made for, just forced me to switch from StreamLabs to StreamElements because I think this is probably one of the best features. So overall, for me, StreamElements wins because of its core functions, but StreamLabs is better if you want some extended stuff and if you're willing to pay a few bucks for some really powerful features. Which one do you prefer, StreamLabs or StreamElements? Are you using both? Are you using one of them? Have you considered using the other soft service that you are not using? Comment in the section down below. I'm really interested in your opinion. So this was it for today. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're new for the channel and want more videos like this one. This was Nyxson and I wish you a pleasant day. See ya.